Greetings everyone, my name is Dr. Jason Freeman. I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. In this video, I review season 2 of the show Top Boy Summerhouse that airs on Netflix, starring Ashley Walters, Kane Robinson, and Malcolm Kamulete. I'm going to tell you what I liked about the season. I'm going to tell you what I didn't really like about the season. Then I'm going to tell you why I think you should see the season or just skip it. Now at any point, feel free to click the notification bell or subscribe to my channel to get more content. So, without further ado, let's begin. So season 2 of Top Boy Summerhouse takes place 1 year after the events of the first season. We see Dushane and Sully in different places. There seems to have been a rift in between the men, so they're kind of going on different paths. Dushane has kind of become top boy or the boss of the council estate Summerhouse. So he's kind of the guy in charge. And Sully is still out there making moves, but he's definitely not in the same position or has the same level of respect as Dushane. So what did I like about season 2 of Top Boy Summerhouse? Well, the main thing is that they really stepped it up when it came to action within this second season. So my biggest complaint about season 1 was it was a very slow burn in that beginning of the season, and it only really kicked off towards the end, and it only was in kind of bits and pieces. This season, these 4 episodes, really, they go from the beginning all the way to the end. You never have a drop off. The violence is pushed up a lot. There's one scene related to Vincent. He's not in it, but it's connected to something that he did, and it is pretty gruesome. And so if you're not into like gruesome body horror, I guess the way I would describe it, you might want to shy away from this show because they go all in with that one scene, one scene in particular that's pretty traumatizing for one of the characters. But the point is, they go all in on the violence, they go all in on the action. There's this one subplot, which I don't want to give away, that goes throughout the season, and it really keeps the action going. Another thing I really like about season 2 of Top Boy Summerhouse is the main character, Dushane. So in season 3 of the show The Wire, they introduced the character Marlo Stanfield. Now, Marlo is a boss. He's someone who is kind of running the drug game in Baltimore, one of the people running the drug game in Baltimore. And so you see him once he's already kind of ascended to a position of power, and you got to see him in his powerful position over, seasons 3, 4, and 5, basically through the end of the series. And so looking at Top Boy Summerhouse season 2, I can see Dushane kind of being that Marlo figure in ascension. He's well respected in the community. He even has a little thing about people knowing his name. So, growing up he's 26 years old, I think, at the beginning of the series. Of season 1. So, growing up in Summerhouse, in basically the housing projects in England, you expect someone like him to not really go very far. And so as far as he's concerned, he's achieved because now people know his name. They come to him when they need things. They show him respect, and many people fear him. And so with that, you can kind of see that, maybe, and again, I haven't seen the other 2 seasons, maybe at some point he becomes Marlo. He's that guy who is that hardcore killer who's going to be out there kind of running things and just kind of keeping everyone kind of on their toes and under his thumb. So what didn't I like? Well, as weird as it is to say, especially after that scene, I'll just say with the arm. I won't say anything. There's a scene with the arm. If you watch this season, you'll know what I'm talking about with the arm. Even with that scene with the arm, I still feel like the show was holding back a lot. While I really enjoyed the action of Top Boy Summerhouse, I felt like they were still kind of holding back when it came to some of the violence, some of the kind of horror. You think about living in this situation with these people with these ambitions, very dangerous people, And they could have really went to some really dark places, and they chose not to. Now, again, as a sociologist, as a person who doesn't want to see this stuff in real life, obviously I don't want to see people suffer like this in real life. In this TV series, part of what you kind of watch it for is the action, is almost like the escape, and like what's going to happen next. And I feel like that combining maybe season 1 and season 2, there's these moments of darkness, like the thing with the hands, the fingers in season 1, and then with the arm in season 2. They're definitely willing to go to some pretty horrific places, but I feel like for the most part they're kind of shying away from it. I'd have loved for the Shane to have been a darker character, because the idea is that if you're in this position of power, so now you are the head of Summerhouse projects, you're the big drug dealer, people are going to come after you, people are going to target you. And so one thing you might want to do is to go after people first, and you might have these rules as to what you want to do or what you can do, but to stay in power you might have to break those rules. And so I kind of wish they went darker with Duchesne, and darker with the series overall, because I think that would have been more interesting, more compelling. You see that with Luther, with some of the kind of the villains in Luther. They literally had a cannibal. So I'm not saying have that in Top Boy, but I think they could have went darker with the show, and that's something I wish I felt like they held back a bit, or when they really didn't have to. So, should you see this season of Top Boy, so season 2 of Top Boy Summerhouse, or just skip it? You should absolutely see it. So one of my critiques of Top Boy season 1 is that it was boring, and that it was trying to be The Wire but failing. And so with this one, I still feel like it's still trying to be The Wire, 100%. I definitely see elements. Like, again, even there's a part where he talks about now people know my name, and the first thing that pops in my head was this scene.
Where the information come from? Only these people know about the deed is us right here.
Snoop knew. Shit. What about your youngin' Michael? Maybe it was him ran his mouth.
You got picked up, right?
I did that thing for him.
Why were you talking about putting stuff in?
You been tested on the streets. Maybe you act different in them rooms downtown.
Boy, been throwing up all kind of back talk about shit. Buck wildin' about this and that.
Like what?
Crying about how Junebug and his people got lit up. Crying about how Omar in the street running his mouth, calling for you to step too.
Omar say what?
Nothing.
Omar tried calling you out by name, but shit, it wasn't
What he say about me?
Nothing, man. Just talking shit.
He used my name. In the street? Talk, motherfucker.
He just, say that you need to step two in that. I don't know. He just running his mouth, son.
You call me a punk?
It was bullshit, man. You ain't need that on your mind.
What the fuck you know about what I need on my mind, motherfucker? My name was on the street? And we bounce from this shit here, I'm gonna go down in them corners, let them people know. Word did not get back to me. Let them know Marlo stepped to any motherfucker, Omar, Barksdale, whoever. My name is my name.
Yeah, so Marlo, my name is my name. And so, I get it. I get what they were doing. I 100% get what they were doing. They are trying. And again, they've gotten a lot closer. This is if this was a British offshoot of The Wire, and this was the first season, I'm like, good job. Like, this is what I would expect. Now, do they go as far, and are they as layered as The Wire? No. They don't go into the power structure, which I would. They do it a little bit. Now, I'll back off on that one. They do a little bit with some real estate people, with the lawyers. There's a lawyer storyline there. So they do go. They start to go in that direction where it's like, it's not just these gangsters on the street who are dangerous. It's the whole system that's a problem. So you see that. Though again, maybe in subsequent seasons they'll show more of it, but it was going in the right direction. So I can definitely say watch this season. Now, do you have to watch the last season of Top Boy to get this season? I don't think so. So at the very end of season 1, you see Duchesne start to become the top boy. He's the guy. And it feels like everything up until that last part almost felt like filler. And so, they do a little recap at the beginning of season 2 on Netflix. I could say skip season 1, watch the recap. At any time they introduce, like, let's say, for example, like one of the characters in this season had a major role related to a murder in the first season. And they say it reminds you of it. I kind of forgot his role, but then when they said, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And so very much you can go straight into season 2. You don't have to see season 1. So very much watch this season, and I'm excited about the rest of the series. So I know they brought it to Netflix. So Top Boy season 1 and 2 are Netflix original, so not Summerhouse. They renamed it Summerhouse. And so I'm excited about seeing season 1 and 2. And the reason I'm doing this now is because season 3 of Top Boy, so essentially the 5th season, I know it's kind of confusing. So you have season 1, Top Boy Summerhouse, season 2, Top Boy Summerhouse, and then Top Boy, and then it's going to be a last season of the Netflix original version. Same characters, some same characters, I believe. I'm not sure. I think a lot of them are back. But the point is, they're doing a new season that hasn't come out yet. So I'm really excited. I'm hoping to have this done, like these other 2 seasons done before that comes out, so that I can kind of go, do those seasons and go straight into season 3. But we'll see. But I'm excited. I'm going to review it either before, either on time when it first comes out or a little bit late. But I'm still going to review all the seasons of Top Boy. Again, I really enjoyed season 2 of Summerhouse. So this got me hooked. The first one, I was like, I'm kind of curious what happens with the next seasons. But this one has got me hooked. I'm definitely going to be watching the subsequent seasons, even the new one that's coming out this year. Now, if you found this review interesting and or informative, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also, please share this video. And if you have any questions about Top Boy Summerhouse or Top Boy in general, please leave those questions in the comment section below. Thank you all for your time and have a wonderful rest of your day.